Good morning, you mother suckers. What's going on? I don't know. Did you are you having a good day today? Did you pray today? Y'all seen that stuff over in Kentucky? Going crazy. In case you didn't see it, they had the Kentucky Derby the other day, and they had I guess Black Lives Matter, the NFAC, NFAC, I believe it's called. They showed up, and then another, it's like a black militia, if you don't know. They showed up with guns, and then the white militia showed up with guns. I forget the name of them. The leader of that is called the Angry Viking or something like that. He has like a beard. He looks like one of those guys from the beer commercial that's trying to sell you beer products. So it didn't get too crazy, thank God, because the way I see it is like we're like at the tip of a civil war, which is not good. Some people is for it. Those are the people, in my opinion, those are the people that's kind of soft and don't understand. Like they in their mind and they speak, they say that they're for a civil war, but these are the same people that obviously haven't been through too much in their life, and sounds like fun and games until something really happens. But all it would have took was and the thing that I'm afraid of is all it would take is for the wrong thing to happen at the wrong time or the right time, which would be wrong, to happen for it to be an all-out civil war. And I'm thinking it's going to be, if it was to be anything, it would be something with somebody retaliating against police officers, which leads to other issues. Now, like I said, I can't remember the name of the white militia, but apparently they were saying that their mission was to protect Louisville, their city, and they were there to help the police because the black militia made a comment, I guess a few weeks back, that they was going to burn it down, and the main guy, his name is, I don't want to say Jam Master J, but it's, what is it? It's something, Grandmaster J, I believe his name is. He made a comment, but he said that he didn't mean it in the way that the people thought they meant it. And he said his mission was accomplished because he stopped a lot of people from going to the Kentucky Derby. So he hurt them in the pocket. That's what he said his mission was. So I don't know. It's one thing after another thing. I got pulled over 3 times this month, driving a BMW. So just yesterday I got pulled over twice, 2 times in one day. So I mean, and then people were saying like, I would have argued with them, but the way I see it is, they know what they're doing wrong, they know what their job is, they know what they're supposed to do with their job. Me arguing with them about, like I know my rights, I know I don't have to show them, my ID, I know I don't have to step out of the vehicle, I know I don't have to allow them to check the vehicle. And I'm not saying that you should either. I'm just saying that for me, in those particular times, I had to think and pick and choose my battles. Me arguing with them about, my rights that they're violating would have held me up from making other money. So, it's either I'd be held up, like I said, 2 times in one day. So I could have argued with the first officer in the morning, and then I could have argued with the second officer in the evening. Both times, there's no drugs in my vehicle. It's nothing that everything's straight. My registration, insurance, all of that's straight. My license is straight. So, it went a little bit faster than, they went back to the car. They looking for something to whatever. But me arguing with them, they would have to call the dog out. Would have had to wait for the dog, search the car, this and that. So sometimes you gotta pick and choose your battles, and for me, it's a bigger goal, a bigger mission than just dealing with that. It's not that, even though they're the ones that's doing this stuff, like they're the ones they obviously they pull me over, right? But the bigger picture is the laws and the things that allow them to try to take advantage of opportunities. And if it's to meet a quota or it's whatever it's for, it goes back to the hiring stage and the training. So what can I say about that? How was your day though? How you guys doing? I hope everybody that's watching and listening, I hope that everyone's safe, trying to stay safe. You're saying that this weekend, which today is Labor Day, happy Labor Day to all the workers, especially the essential workers. They're saying that Corona might do a spike from this day. So I talk to people and I tell people, if you look at history says the Spanish flu, which was 1920, that it came around and killed a bunch of people, and then slowed up during the summer, and then during the winter it killed even more people than the first time. So I explain to people all the time, history repeats itself, and right now everything that we're going through, experiencing, is a mixture of different history, but a lot of it comes from the 1920s when technology was just like having electric inside your home. So if you compare that to solar panels, the electric vehicles that's coming out, the new self-driving vehicles and stuff like that, you can compare that to Ford, them making a production line for vehicles. It's so on and so on. The refrigerator came out, the telephone came out, all this stuff in the 1920s. Then you had Prohibition. You had Al Capone, which we just had El Chopo. So it goes in the Prohibition, it was the alcohol, which now is marijuana. So all these different things that's going on. Spanish flu, we got Corona. So I tell people, just look at history. Look at history from the 1920s. And it's sad to say, you got to look at the 60s and the 60s also, and the 80s, because a lot of the, just like Chicago, is in the media as one of the worst places in America right now. A lot of gun violence. You had that in the 1920s in Chicago with all the stuff that was going on also. So just gotta look at history. If you have some free time, look at history from the 20s, from the 60s, and from the 80s. You know, all the gangs and stuff that came out, a lot of gang violence. That's what I was getting to. You know, it was basically a lot of it was from the 80s with the colored gangs. And when I say that, your blues and your reds, your Crips and your Bloods, and you know, so on. Now it's just went to the other coast, in which you're starting to have. It's starting to die down a little bit, but the numbers are increasing on the East Coast and New York and stuff like that, as far as having gangs. So, yeah, I mean, you know, I guess that's all I got to say for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Nightlife Plug Digital Magazine or Nightlife Plug Radio Magazine, and it'll take you to the same place. And peace and blessings.